Hey friends, happy Wednesday, happy Hump Day. We have made it to the end, to the middle of the week. We are almost to the end of the week. Welcome to my live, and if you happen to be watching later, welcome to the replay. My name is Robin, and I'm with Robin's Egg Blue Creations, and I'm also an independent designer with Couture. So once you hop on tonight's live or you hop on the replay at a later date, please feel free to say hi in the comments and to tell me where you are watching from. I happen to be in Central Kansas. And I am also live in 2 locations this evening, so if you hear me refer to a comment that is not in your feed, that person is probably viewing from a different platform. And also at any time during the week, during the project, if you like what you see, and you would like to help out my channel, if you wouldn't mind spreading the craft love all over Facebook and YouTube, hit that thumbs up button, hit that heart button. Also tag your crafty friends and invite them to watch along with you. That helps my channel get seen by new people. That also helps you. Anytime you like content, then that tells the algorithm that you like that specific content, and it will show you more content like that. So it helps me, it helps you, and I greatly appreciate it. And with that, I see that Jason is watching from the other side of the door. And let's go ahead and flip the camera, and I will show you our project. I'm sorry, you probably can't see a lot of it. That's the only bad part about this portrait. I need to probably raise my camera so you can see a little bit more, but this is tonight's project. This is a tray that I got on super discount from Dollar General after Christmas one a couple years ago. I'm sure it is not food safe, so it's mainly going to be decorative. If you want to use it, something like this, after you have chalked on it, you probably might want to just maybe put some parchment paper down, or you can buy some of those clear chopping mats from Dollar Tree, put over it, and then put your food down. And then we're going to be using the Peanuts Snoopy Holiday Treats size B transfer. Sadly, this one is out of stock, and it won't be restocking, but you can pretty much use any B size transfer. You could even use a portrait or vertical transfer, but tonight we're going to be using a horizontal transfer. So I tried to sand some of this off, but I think we're just going to paint over it. I did pick out Ivy, which I believe that is sold out. So in the cart link, I have Meadow linked below. So, I've been saying this season that the En Vogue colors will sell out. So Ivy has sold out. Whether or not they're going to bring this back as a regular color, I don't know. So if you've had your eye on any other En Vogue colors like Lagoon, Ash, Marmalade, or Cabernet, get those because one of them is already gone. So Ivy, Cherry, and Black Velvet. So we'll put those aside right now. And I'm going to take the handles off because I think it will be a little bit easier to I may just have to paint around them. Let me go get my drill. Hold on, I'm going to go get my drill. See if some brute force can take them off. So hope everyone's had I think I need to turn that backwards. Has had a great week. Oh, easy peasy. I'm going to remove those. Hopefully they'll go back in. If not, we'll super glue them back in. And you could probably upgrade the handles if you wanted to. I'm just going to try to use the same ones. And then I happened to pick up some, Jason says, power tools to the rescue. Some Dixie Belle mineral paint in the color Fluff. If you're local to me, one of the co-owners of Flipping Fabulous was going through her paint stash, and she has clearanced some of them that she knew she wouldn't get through, and she didn't want them to go bad. So I bought, this is a 32 ounces. Is that a quart? Check out that price. So we're going to see if we like this color. I probably need to stir it up, but we'll see. I'm just going to wing it. So I'm just going to paint over this design. Hopefully, I probably should have sanded it off a little better. Give it kind of a, just touch it up a little bit. I'll probably have to do multiple coats, but we can chit chat while I paint. I probably should have sanded it all off, but I was lazy. So she had other, Lisa had other colors that she had discounted. Some were $2 because they probably had a fourth of a quart left. But others were decent priced. She had some stain and some paint. Go ahead and touch up these handles. We're going to give it a good sand when we're done too, but kind of want to make it all the same color if I can. And I'll come back and do the back and the sides later. A few boogers. Okay. Okay, I'm going to pop the lid back on. And we're going to dry this coat. Just stuck my finger in it. Hopefully the design will cover up. I definitely probably should have sanded the design off. pretty fast. Let's try that. Give it another coat. See if we can somewhat cover up the knot. We may have to ditch this project and go to something else. It may take 3 coats, but this second coat's covering fairly well. I bet 3 will do it. Okay. I think I'm going to get my blow dryer out for this project. Okay. Let's get the blow dryer out. Get the big guns out. Well, I shouldn't say that word probably. Just drop my. Okay. That definitely dries quicker. pretty dry. That dries pretty fast. Let's see what a third coat does. Hopefully it works. I can kind of still see the texture of the text, but it's almost gone. So this is a great example of, and I'm terrible about this, like looking past the ugly or not so attractive pictures at Goodwill or a thrift store, or when Hobby Lobby does all of their home decor markdowns. Try to look past what the actual piece looks like and just try to look for surfaces that you can upcycle. Hello, Miss Bonita. She says she's late, but she's here. You were hemming a tablecloth. You are quite ambitious. So this is a discounted holiday tray that I got from Dollar General after Christmas a few years ago. I think I paid like $2 or $3 for it. It's been in my stash. And I got some new to me chalk paint at Flipping Fabulous. Bonita, you should go there because Lisa, one of the co-owners, went through her, let me turn this off. She went through her paint stash and clearanced out some of her personal paint stash that she knew she couldn't get to before it went bad. So this is a quart of Dixie Belle paint, and check out that price. I thought it was a pretty decent price. So, and it's the color Fluff. So it's kind of a creamy white. She had other colors there too. Some kind of minty greens. There was a really pretty gray. There's different sizes. Like she had some of this size. I got some of this too because I need to paint some jars. Yeah, you should go check it out. It's in that, there's a little clearance section. Kind of right in the middle of the paint aisle. So this tray, you can still slightly see it. It says eat, drink, and be merry. And I put 3 coats on it. You can still kind of see it. I'm regretting not sanding it off, but I think we'll be okay. I may try for 1 more coat. I think we'll try it 1 more coat. See if I can, and you can still kind of see it a little bit. I think our design would cover up most of it, but hopefully I'm not going to put too much paint on to where it just all peels off. Benita says, don't be in a hurry. If it needs another coat, it needs another coat. Okay, we'll try one more. This stuff goes on pretty smooth. I actually really like it. And it covers really well. Of course, I'm also used to using Apple Barrel and the Hobby Lobby brand. Anybody have any plans to go to Ellsworth for Raised Rustics open house this week? It started today, and then she'll be open on Sundays starting this Sunday through the holidays. That almost did the trick. I think that'll work. I kind of slopped it all on there, but and I'll do the sides and the back later. We're just working on the front for right now. So while this is drying, just as a reminder, I don't know why it does that. Is my audio back? Am I back? I don't know why when I switch to different scenes it does that. It shouldn't. Am I back? Okay. I don't know why it does that. Interesting. Okay. Well, I won't show you the rest of those graphics, but just today is the last day to help Brandy, the Senior Vice President of Business Development, celebrate her birthday. So you can get, with any order through tonight, you can get a free set of chalk markers. And then if you spend $50 or more, you can get a free tub of a new paste color called Amethyst. It's kind of a deep purple. So stack your savings, 25% off. Stack your perks membership, your perks savings of 30% off. Get some free chalk markers, and if its order is $50 or more, then you can get a free jar of amethyst paste. I think that's good. Okay. I think we're good. So I'm going to get my wax out. So I'm using my finishing wax. Couture also sells a wax. Mine are all upstairs. But this is my preference, but the chalk wax works just as well. And then I'm using the wax applicator. I have everything that I'm using except the transfer linked in the cart link below. So I'm just going to use my wax. Why do we wax? I want to put the wax will be a protective layer between my painted surface and my transfer, so that my transfer doesn't stick so hard that it either pulls up the paint or it stretches and distorts and is not as user-friendly as it is now. So I'm just adding a layer of wax. And then I'm going to turn my applicator over to the microfiber side, and I'm going to give it a kind of a good buffing. It's also going to kind of fill in some of those little nooks and crannies that you might not be able to see, and it does help to smooth out your surface a little bit. I didn't show you what it looked like. If you're looking at really close, you might be able to see some of that text, but it's pretty covered up. You can see a little bit of ghosting. Again, I think most of that is just kind of the texture of the writing. Okay. So then I need to get out my, knocking stuff over, fuzz cloth. Okay. Oh, yeah, I need to write, before I peel that off, I need to put something on the back so that I know that this is the back side. Because these are reusable, I need to return them to the carrier sheet. So I wrote the word back on the back side so that when I'm all done cleaning it, it's dry and ready to store away. I know that the transfer goes on this side, not this side. So now I'm just going to peel it off of the carrier sheet, and I'm going to put it on this terry cloth towel. Trying to get some of that big fuzz off. I don't want that on the back of my transfer. Okay. So this is called fuzzing the transfer. So all I'm doing is placing it on this terry cloth towel so that whatever lint happens to be on the towel gets put on the sticky side of the transfer, and so it just knocks back some of that adhesive just a bit so it's not as sticky. That way it also does not pull up my paint, hopefully. That's probably what's going to happen, is it's going to pull up all my paint. Because I probably didn't let the layers dry very well. We shall see. Okie dokie. I've got stuff everywhere. Okay. So I'm going to use the edges. In this case, I think I can get away with using the edges of the transfer to help line everything up. And I try to remove the pieces of lint that may interfere with the silk screen. Otherwise, I'm not terribly worried. There's a hair. Okay. Move that over a little bit. Okay. Give it a good burnish. Okay, well, I think I might need, now that I'm paying a bit more attention to the transfer, I need to get out maybe a few more colors. Because I wonder if I need the cookie. I could do the cookie in like a camel or a brown. I could do the mug in like ocean mist or silver. Or should I just do all of Snoopy black, including the mug and the cookie? So I think I'm going to do cherry, black, ivy, and then maybe ivy, cherry, black, and then I can do the stars maybe gold. What do you... I kind of think I should do him all black just because it, I don't know, might be kind of difficult to do. Just trying to make it easier on myself. I am going to get out my gold. I think we'll do the, because I don't have any silver. I don't have any silver. I have silver coming. I think I'm just going to do this all black just for ease, because I'm lazy like that. So this is cherry. So we're going to do cookies and cherry. Jason says do what's easiest. At this point, it's kind of what I need to go with. So I'm going to do cookies in cherry. And we'll probably have to do some pasting and peeling. So I'll do one area and then we'll peel that up. So I'm going to even out all my squeegee lines. Put that back in. I'm just going to place the lid on. I'm not going to actually close it. We're going to peel that up. Oops, that didn't work. Something happened down here. The O is not wanting to cooperate. I have to fix it later. No, I just took it all off. I'll have to fix the O and the C later. I'm just going to place the lid on. I have a fan on. I'm not going to, I guess I could color in the cookie and the mug, but I'm just going to leave black because since the tray is mostly white, it'll look like he's colored in. So we'll do cocoa. In Ivy. And again, this color is sold out, but I don't think it's returning. But you can use Meadow, you could use Pesto. You can always mix colors. If you don't have a specific green, you can always mix your own colors of paste. And I'm going to come back and do the ampersand and Snoopy. I try to do black last because it tends to get everywhere when I work with it. So while I have the ivy out, I'm going to do the holly leaves. And I have a detail tool for that. It's about 1/8 of an inch wide squeegee. And then I'm going to get my mini squeegee and do the word Snoopies. And then real quick, I'm going to do the little holly berries. We'll pull that up. I don't know what's going on. They must have gotten a big old clump of wax or something. Yep, I just pulled all that off. I have to do some fixing when I'm done. I'll do the same thing again. Do treats. And then the holly. And then the berries. And the word holiday. What's up? Neither sets of my holly leaves worked very well, but that's okay. We'll fix it. Put that on. Oh. Ah, fart. Good to do a lot of fixing. Only I would drop a red squeegee in the middle of Snoopy's body. Do the hearts real quick. But not the hearts, the stars. Good grief, Robin. Whew. May have to add some gold to my list. Okay. These are pretty. I'm going to clean off my multi-tool. I'm just kind of letting that red paste dry a little bit. If I wipe it off, then it's going to get, all of Snoopy will be red. I'm just going to let that dry a little bit. I'm going to burnish around. We'll get our black out. We can at least do most of Snoopy. We'll see. I don't know if that's going to work or not, but most of it's on the teal part, so hopefully we'll get lucky and be able to cover it up. Okay. Now I'm just filling in Snoopy. Really should probably have something bigger. Everything around. I'm just going to try to go over that red and hope I can cover it up. And hope that the rest of Snoopy has not dried on me yet. And he did. Dagnabbit. Well, he's not red. I don't know what's, I know my black is a little dry, but it's not quite that dry. Also have a fan on. I don't know if that is contributing. Let's turn that off. Okay. I probably should take this to the sink, but we're just going to try to clean it here. It's probably be a big old mess. Okay. Let's see what we can do here. This is not working. Oh, yeah. It's going to be a big old mess. Going to give it another may not be perfect, but we'll get it mostly clean. Okay, let's try. If I can get the back with the disinfectant wipe. Okay, we're getting there. We'll give it a more thorough clean when I'm done, but this way at least we can use it. So I'm just going to pop it into my microfiber side of my fuzz cloth. And we're going to let it dry. Oh no, I don't think you need it. This is good. We're just doing it on the fly. Okay. I'm good. We'll just put the handles on while we're waiting. Let that sit. I need to go back to just having the basic chalk colors so that I use more of the colors more often, because that will happen when your paste gets a little dry. Although my black is pretty good. I may also have a lot of wax in that spot. I don't know. Just sometimes that kind of weird thing happens. But you just dry your transfer and then reposition it and start over again. Not really start over, but just chalk over it again. So let's put our handles on. Get this stuff off so that I don't end up with it all over my tray. Okay, let's put this one back on. And you could probably fancy up the handles a little bit, but we'll just use these. I definitely need to start looking at thrifted surfaces differently. And like when Hobby Lobby has their stuff, their home decor, super clearanced, because I can't always see past. Oh, man, my drill just died. Man, I'm having not so great. She just died, which is funny because she was plugged in. It's on there pretty good, I guess. Okay. And then let's use some more of this fabric that we used the other night. It matches pretty perfectly. And I have lots of it, so I need to get rid of it. So I'm just going to cut some snips in the fabric, and then I'm just going to tear. Look, I still have one left from last time, so that'll be our tie piece. And then I think we'll just do it this way. So I have two long pieces. I just have halved them and then halved them some more. And we're going to cut them apart. And then I'm just going to crisscross them over my tied piece. And you can add other fabrics. You can add I ought to see if I can find a jingle bell. That might be. I think I need to go smaller. Definitely. Maybe add in some other fabrics. Come on, there we go. I think I'm going to cut these. They're a bit. Well, that's probably too small. I think I need to start over, folks. So just crisscrossing them. This would be super cute on Christmas Eve. Cut out your cookies and milk for Santa. That looks a little better. Looks a little less spiderish. A little more festive. I'm going to go get a jingle bell. Make my squeegee bowl look a little more festive. Okay, so I found a gold-ish bell. I'm just going to tie that on. That looks better. That one's a little long. That looks cute. There's our cute little bow. So now we just need to wait for our transfer to dry. I'm just going to do a little bit of cleaning up down here. There is a little bit of texture on this tray. So a few of my letters got a little wild down here. So if you've waxed, sometimes you can get away with kind of scraping that away. Not always, but sometimes. Jason says he loves the bow. It almost looks like a flower. Okay, let's put some of this away. Let's check on our transfer. See if it's dry. Now it's on my fuzz cloth. Okay, speaking of, give it a little bit of a fuzz, because when you wash your transfers or get them wet, if you re-wet that backside, it kind of takes some of that fuzz that you put on earlier, so the stick does come back. Sometimes they end up stickier. Okay, so we mainly need to fix the C and the O, Snoopy, and the Holly. I probably should have waited to do the bow. So now what you need to do is just kind of line everything up as best as you can. I'm just going to burnish where I need to paste. Okay. I hope this works. Cross your fingers. That, for the most part, worked. So when that happens, don't panic. Don't throw your project away. Just clean your transfer. Let everything get really good and dry. And then realign it and just paste again. The green. Oops, I put that one away. I'm going to put it away dirty. We're just going to do our holly leaves. Much better. Much better. Then we're going to reburnish Snoopy. Jason's crossing his fingers. So far, so good. Keep the red squeegee on that side of the tray. I probably fuss a little bit too much with the lids, but I have a hard enough time with dry paste. So whatever I can do to keep it fresh. Okay, even everything out really quick. Hopefully, I haven't waited too long. He's still a little, he'll have to have a second coat, but he looks better. I'm going to leave it at that. I'll have to come back in and fix him again. But if I try to put it back down now, it might pull all of Snoopy up, and I don't want that. But I've at least shown you how to fix it. How to prevent it, I don't know. Fresh paste. Probably. Got a little spot there. Okie doke. I think that is all I can do for the evening. I'm going to fix him later. I will paint the sides and the back side off camera. But let's do it this way. Oops. I will show you what it looks like. Yeah, it's kind of hard to, there we go. There is our little Snoopy tray. Jason says adorable. And then there is, oops. There's our bow. And then, like I said, I'll have to come back in and fix Snoopy again, but that is what he looks like. Super cute. And you can hardly, I can see where the printing was. I mean, just mainly the texture of it, but and there's just a little bit like right there. The rest is covered by the design. So I think that will turn out perfect. Okie doke. Just a little over an hour. So I'm going to go ahead and hop off. Bonita says super cute, and she loves the bow. It looks like a cute little flower almost. Just a cute, yeah. I'm glad I made it shorter. It looked like a big old long scary Halloween spider. Okie doke, I'm going to hop off. I hope to be live Friday and or Saturday. I have lots of projects that I want to show you and share with you. So be watching for those. And I hope you have a great rest of your week. Don't forget the 25% off site-wide sale ends this evening. Brandy's birthday bash ends this evening. So get a free set of chalk markers with any purchase, and if your purchase is $50 or more, you get a free amethyst paste jar. And then Club Couture is current through the 31st, and then we will have a new one on Saturday. And I already have that one, and it's going to be cute. Just saying. Have a great rest of your week. Have a great happy happy Halloween. I hope it is safe. I hope you have fun, and I hope you get your favorite candy. With that, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.